Peace be upon you, and welcome to the What Does Science Say channel. Today, we're going to tackle a topic that, let's be honest, affects a ton of us, but can feel a little embarrassing to talk about: bad breath. We're going to find out that it's way more than just an awkward social moment. It's actually a pretty important signal your body might be sending you. So, if you've ever felt a little self-conscious about your breath, I want you to know you are so not alone. Just look at this number. Somewhere between 35 and 45% of people deal with it during their day. It is an incredibly common part of being human. So let's just get that stigma out of the way and figure out what's really going on. Okay, so if it's so common, why does it feel so tricky to solve for good? Well, it's usually because most of us are just playing defense. We're masking the symptoms instead of getting to the real root of the problem. A mint might save you for a meeting, but if you want that lasting freshness, we've got to dig a little deeper.
We have all been there, right? Blaming the garlic bread from last night or that morning coffee. And yeah, for sure, those things can cause temporary bad breath. But what we're talking about today is the persistent kind, the stuff that sticks around. Medically, it's called halitosis, and that kind of breath often points to a deeper imbalance happening somewhere else in your body.
And when I say somewhere else, I mean it. Check this out. The source of bad breath isn't always just in your mouth. Now, don't get me wrong, things like plaque and gum disease are definitely major players. But the problem can also start all the way down in your gut because of indigestion. Or it could even be a sign of things like a sinus infection. It really is a whole body issue. This right here really breaks down that key difference. The smell from your coffee is just a temporary visitor because your body eventually processes and clears out those compounds. But chronic halitosis, that's more like a constant roommate because the underlying problem, whether it's in your mouth, your gut, or your sinuses, is still there. So the big takeaway here is we have to stop just masking the symptom and actually start solving the root cause. Whoa. Okay, here's a fact that is a total game changer for so many people. About 90% of the bacteria that cause bad breath live on your tongue. Isn't that wild? We spend so much time and energy focusing on our teeth, but the surface of our tongue is kind of like a thick carpet, just trapping food particles and becoming a breeding ground for smelly bacteria. So if you're not cleaning your tongue, you're missing the single biggest source of the problem.
Now let's talk about this really fascinating gut-breath connection. There's a condition called SIBO, which stands for small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, and it's a perfect example of this. Basically, when bacteria start to overgrow where they shouldn't be in the small intestine, they produce these smelly sulfur compounds. And these compounds get absorbed into your bloodstream and, you guessed it, are exhaled out through your lungs. That means no amount of brushing or mouthwash in the world can fix breath that's actually starting in your digestive system.
All right, so now that we get the causes, let's get into the good stuff, the practical solutions. And you don't need a cabinet full of expensive products. In fact, I'm willing to bet you have some of the most powerful natural remedies for this sitting in your kitchen pantry right now. Think of this as your natural first aid kit for fresh breath. First up, baking soda. It's incredible. Just a simple rinse with a little bit mixed in water helps neutralize all those acids the bacteria love. Next, cloves. These are a natural powerhouse. Chewing on one releases these amazing antibacterial compounds. Parsley is packed with chlorophyll, which acts like a natural internal deodorizer when you chew on the leaves. And hey, even a simple lemon peel can help. Chewing on it helps stimulate saliva, which is your mouth's best natural defense. And you know what? Let's not forget the power of a good cup of tea. Green tea is loaded with antioxidants that are great at fighting mouth bacteria. And teas made from herbs like fennel or fenugreek seeds can actually help improve your digestion, tackling that whole gut-breath connection from the inside out. It's such a simple, soothing thing to add to your day. Okay, quick fixes are awesome, but for real, permanent results, we need to build a strong defensive routine. We're talking about the non-negotiable habits that are going to stop bad breath from even showing up in the first place. Let's call these the 3 pillars of your fresh breath foundation. We all know about brushing for 2 minutes twice a day, but did you know that cleaning between your teeth actually gets to about 40% of their surface area? If you skip that, you're basically leaving a giant feast for bacteria. And of course, pillar number 3, which we now know is so important, is scraping your tongue every day to get rid of that huge bacterial buildup. You really need all 3 for a solid defense. And what you eat? Oh, it matters so much. Staying hydrated is absolutely key. Eating probiotic foods like yogurt can help balance out the good bacteria in both your mouth and your gut. Crunchy fruits and veggies like apples, they act like natural toothbrushes. And limiting sugar is huge. I mean, sugar is literally the favorite food of those odor-causing bacteria. Seriously, I can't stress this one enough. Your saliva is a superpower. It washes away food, it neutralizes acids, and it's full of antibacterial compounds. When your mouth gets dry, you're pretty much rolling out the red carpet for smelly bacteria to come in and have a party. So drink plenty of water all day long. It is the simplest and, honestly, one of the most effective habits you can possibly build. Now this is powerful. This data really shows that gut-breath connection in action. A recent study looked at people whose bad breath was actually being caused by SIBO, and they found something pretty stunning. When they successfully treated the SIBO with probiotics, their bad breath was resolved in 99% of cases. 99%. This is just definitive proof that if the problem starts in the gut, the solution has to start there too. So, for this last section, I really want to change how we think about this whole thing. Let's try to stop seeing bad breath as just an embarrassing problem and start seeing it as a really valuable piece of information that our bodies are giving us. This quote from Dr. Josh Axe really just nails it. Your breath can be a window into your overall health. It's your body's way of sending up a little flare, signaling that something, whether it's your oral hygiene, your digestion, or something else entirely, needs a little more of your care and attention. Now, while all these at-home strategies are incredibly powerful, it is so important to know when it's time to call in a professional. If you've tried everything, you're doing your routine, and the problem just won't go away, or if you have other symptoms like painful gums or a constantly dry mouth, it's time to see your dentist or doctor. They can help figure out if there's an underlying condition that needs a more specific treatment. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. Instead of just reaching for a mint to cover it up, take a moment to really listen. Is your body asking for more water, a cleaner diet, maybe a more thorough hygiene routine? Or is it maybe telling you it's time for a checkup to look into a deeper issue? Your breath has a story to tell. What's yours saying? Thank you for being with us until the end of this video. Please be sure to subscribe to the What Does Science Say channel and give us energy with your likes and comments. Share your comments with us and send the video to your loved ones so that others can also use it.